No-Till Innovator Awards program is sponsored by Calmer Cornheads, home of the world's first single-chain, narrow-row independent cornheads and state-of-the-art farming equipment and technology.
So it's very interesting in my life because I was going to farm when I was a kid. I never even took chemistry in high school because I was going to farm. And then the principal said, I got a scholarship to Fairbury Junior College. Do you want it or should we give it to Murphy? And so I asked my dad, and Dad said, I don't know why Murphy should get it. And so I went to Fairbury Junior College down at Fairbury, Nebraska in 1955. And so I got registered and got a 2-year degree. Master's degree in soil fertility. And then Paul Carson from South Dakota State called about time I was writing my thesis and I needed to find a job. And business, I got 2 rules in business, running a business. And the first rule is the customer is always right. And you know what rule number 2 is? Refer to rule number 1. The biggest culprit we never talk about is evaporation. And when you keep the soil covered and keep it cooler, it's in the shade, so to speak, it's cooler and that stops evaporation, so you got more water. But what I noticed when we started doing a no-till, how much soil we're saving. And the big thing that nobody really talks about, when you talk about soil health, soil regeneration, no-till farming, what we're really doing is generating or saving soil and making new soil and those kind of things. And the big picture is we got to save the resource for food production. And so my impact was that it really reduced erosion. And of course then our input, we're making money on that 700-acre dryland farm. We can get more efficient with the healthy soil, but we still need to replace the nutrients we take off. So I think that's a really important part of this, understanding these things. The people that graze and those kind of things, well, they don't have to use as many nutrients because when the animals graze, they leave about 90% of the minerals in the soil, or on the soil, I should say. And so it makes a big impact. The bigger the yields, the more stuff you take off, the more stuff you got to put back on.